friends, what's up? It's Abby and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I like to make videos about slow fashion and sustainable living with a bit of my life in New York City as well. My current schedule is a new video on Friday and then a vlog on every Sunday. Today I'm drinking coffee and not water. The real test is, can you guess what I've been drinking? It's the same thing I was drinking in one of my vlogs a couple vlogs ago. We're back with another brand review and I'm real excited for this video just because I use this product all the time. So I guess the question here is, do I think they were worth the investment? And hopefully after watching this video, you'll be able to get a better grasp on whether or not you think you should buy a pair. To give you a quick glimpse of what I'll be covering today, I'm going to be going over a little bit of the history of Doc Martens, a little bit about my specific pair and the pricing, and then lastly, just sharing whether or not I think they are worth the investment. So back in 1901, which was now over 120 years ago, that's wild. Docs were originally started just as a workwear or gardening shoe, and they were actually invented in England by the Birks family. Fast forward to a little bit after World War II, and there was a soldier in Munich, and he was recovering from a broken foot. And back then, I think the main type of sole was a leather hard sole, so he actually invented an air cushion sole, which was more comfortable for him during recovery. His name was Dr. Marten, and he ended up partnering with an old university friend, and they repurposed military supplies to produce these shoes. But here's where everything starts to collide, because in 1959, the two of them started to advertise their soles overseas and caught the eyes of the Birks family. And only 1 year later, the Birks family obtained an exclusive license to the air bouncing soles. And these are still mainly sold to people in the working class, postmen, and factory workers. And they started out only to be €2 each. And fun fact, the with bouncing soles that's on the back of the tab of each shoe is actually supposed to be replicated from one of the family members' handwriting. Fast forward even further, Pete Townsend from The Who was the first celebrity or high-profile individual to pick up a pair of Doc Martens, and after he wore them, other celebrities would come to the UK and buy Doc Martens and bring them back to the States, and that's when they started to become much more popularized. Okay, so here is my pair, and I bought them back. Okay, actually the bottom of these are probably disgusting because I wear them everywhere. I bought them back in 2019, and they're the Clemency Smooth, I believe, and they're size 5. I have small feet, and also the shoes only come in whole sizes, not half, so they do recommend sizing down. Basically, my story with why I bought them was because I needed a black pair of shoes for work, which I checked, and they unfortunately don't sell this exact pair anymore, but I will look for a similar one and link it down below. I think the questions that I get most often when I wear them are, A, are they worth the investment? And B, are they really hard to break in? Honestly, I didn't have much trouble breaking them in. I've definitely had other pairs of shoes that were harder to get comfortable in quicker. I just remember putting on thick socks and kind of wearing them around the house and walking around, but I started work like 3 days after I bought these, so I really didn't have much time to break them in before going into an 8-hour standing shift, and it wasn't that bad for me. But I have heard from other people that they are a bit more difficult, so it probably just really varies. And I would say if they're hurting a lot, maybe you just got the wrong size and need to change sizes. So initially I bought them for $140 and then $756 tax. But I actually had a 10% discount, so I got $14 off, leaving the total at $133.56. You can get a 10% off discount if you sign up for their emails on their website, or you can also get a 15% off discount if you are a student, which I was a student back then, so I totally should have done that, but telling you now, so if you are one, you can do that instead. It's important to me when I'm making any purchasing decision that I feel like I'm either supporting a good brand or buying a product that I know will be a good investment into my wardrobe. On Doc Martens' website, there is a sustainability page, but I would say that's typical for most businesses now. Like if they don't have one, they're like not up to date. They are a member of the LWG, or the Leather Working Group, which basically audits their performance based on environmental practices. They also partner with Soles for Souls, so you can donate some of your shoes, but only if you live overseas. I think it's like London, Amsterdam, and Paris. I'll put them here. All that to say, regarding sustainability, I would not be like, oh, this is a sustainable company and that's why I'm supporting them. But I would say I've had these for 3 years and they're still in such great condition. Once you buy a pair, you'll literally have them forever, which kind of feels similar to my Birkenstocks. So I thought that they were worth the investment for me. Another thing which applies to any product, you could totally look on Facebook Marketplace or Poshmark or somewhere where you could buy a used pair. I actually have a green pair that I bought used, but they were like barely worn, and I think they were $70. So they're not only cheaper, but also you're giving something a second life. I think they're totally worth the investment, especially if you've been on the edge, wavering about buying a pair for a while. Especially if you buy a thrifted pair, you can get them for a pretty decent price. And I would much rather buy one pair than have to buy multiple pairs from a fast fashion brand because they were poor quality. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and say hello in the comments down below. And also, I have a Discord community that's kind of new, and you can find me on Instagram here. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!